These look so good. Then I have some plant-based cheese, vegan scallops. Oh, it's gonna be so good. That is delicious. I went to my local Asian market. Just made me feel good. I was gonna say neck bones. Worst idea I could have had. Too much is going on. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm filming of what I eat in a week this week and I'm really excited about it. I made some celery juice and I'm about to drink that. It's just straight up celery juice. I honestly have been experiencing a few breakouts. I'm like, what is going on? So it has to be something in my digestive system, and based off of what I've read on celery juice, it helps to release toxins from the body. So in this video, I'm going to be working to be mindful, more mindful of feeding my gut things that it'll truly enjoy. So a wide variety of plants, getting my fiber in, eating hydrating foods, and trying to reduce inflammation in my body. So we're gonna start off with some celery juice, and I'm also taking my morning vitamins. And I think I've shared my vitamin lineup with y'all before. I used to take a handful of things, but I got some blood work done, which I think I might have talked about this in a previous video, and realized, girl, you don't need all that. So I really only take maybe 4 things in the morning. I take a multi-mineral and multivitamin. I also take a vitamin D3 plus K2 supplement. I take turmeric supplements as well to help aid in reducing inflammation throughout the body, in addition to being mindful of what I'm eating as well. And then lately I've been taking this longevity, skin health, and cognition powdered supplement. It has vitamin C, magnesium, and a host of other minerals that really help the body out. So that's all that I take. Oh, and I take an iron supplement until I'm able to get my iron levels where they need to be. But that is my lineup. My ultimate goal is to make sure I'm getting as much vitamins and minerals and all of that through my food. Anyway, I have my little celery juice. I got a workout in this morning, which was okay. I actually stubbed my toe yesterday. Oh my gosh, it hurt so bad. I could not even walk. So I had an upper body day and it was a really good day, but boy, am I in pain. I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna have breakfast. So here's what I'm eating. This is my high protein mango chia seed pudding. This is my second time making it and it was so good. I just had to record it so that I could include it in a video. And then also last night I made a quick batch of some cluster granola. I just love making homemade granola. Look at that cluster. OMG. And I'll link the video where I showed how to make the granola in the description box. But it is so good. Okay y'all, it is time for lunch and I'm really excited because I ingredient prepped a batch of orzo for the week for my husband and I to share. If you saw my March favorites video, I talked about this vegetable that I've been obsessed with, and that vegetable is beets. And so because I've been cooking them quite a bit, people have been recommending that I save the leaves from the beets, and they told me how delicious they were. So I was like, you know what? Let me give that a try, and I did, and I decided to use the leaves and the stems in this orzo. So we're gonna have that for lunch. And then I also have some mushrooms that I want to crisp up on the stove. So let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, so I just finished warming up the orzo. The reason why it's pink is because of the beets, okay? And I'm also gonna add all those mushrooms. Add a little bit of everything on here. But this turned out really delicious and I'm so glad I made it for us. This would also be really good with some tofu. I might end up doing that with the last little bit that I have in there, but this is really yummy. I will see y'all probably for a little snack. We'll see. So I didn't end up making a snack, but I did make dinner this night, which ended up being a chickpea and tofu Mediterranean inspired salad stuffed in a pita. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful. But I just started out by cooking my tofu, which I just cubed, marinated in some coconut aminos for a bit, and then I seasoned it up with a Marry Me seasoning blend, some nutritional yeast, salt, and black pepper. And then I just popped that in the air fryer on 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. Also, I've been ingredient prepping or meal prepping a few items on Sunday, and this chickpea salad was one of them. I just used some canned chickpeas that I drained and rinsed, added some tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, red bell peppers, salt, and black pepper, also some red wine vinegar, and I believe that was it. And I'm stuffing the salad and the tofu mix into these pitas, which I like to air fry them just to help them get a bit more firm and to have a slight crisp to them, almost like a chip-ish pita, I guess. So I just greased them with a little bit of avocado oil and pop these in the air fryer. I put them in there on 375 degrees for about 10 minutes or so. And then once they were done, I went ahead and stuffed them with the tofu and chickpea salad. I just topped this with some homemade tzatziki sauce, and I'll include a link to my recipe in the description box. It's so easy and really delicious. I also added some dill, cilantro, and smoked paprika, but this was a 10 out of 10 meal, and it's perfect for lunch or dinner. Okay, I am about to go get these nails done. They look so bad, but before I go, I wanted to make myself, let me sit y'all up here. I'm about to make myself a little blue spirulina latte. So I have some soy milk that's warming up. I have my blue spirulina. I need to get over there because I'm nearing close to my appointment time. And I'm using this little handheld mixer. And then when I get back, I want to make some spring rolls. My milk just blew up in this thing. That's why I should have put it on the stove. It's too much going on. I gotta play cleanup. I gotta hurry up. Wrong charger. This is too much. Too much is going on. Too much is going on. I do have my milk right here. I'm just adding it to my cup. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of maple syrup in here. My blue spirulina is practically gone. I'm just gonna dump that in here. That was actually a decent amount. Oh, that does fit. Oh my gosh. I have this handheld mixer with a whisk on the end. So I just added it in here. And that's what I'm gonna use. Y'all, quite possibly the worst idea I could have had. It just wasn't meant to be. Or maybe I have been talking about slowing down, and I feel like I was just rushing, not moving slow. I've been talking about, I still do have a little bit in here, so I might just take that. But anyway, I'm gonna see y'all for lunch. Yes. Okay, we're back home. The nails are done. I just went with like a nude color, and I've been keeping my nails short because I picked up Pottery, and with that, it's recommended that you have shorter nails. I've also found that in my experience, it's a lot easier with shorter nails. I don't find myself nicking my pieces or accidentally destroying my pieces because of my nails. So that's been very helpful, just keeping them short, and I don't mind it. I ended up getting caught in the rain heading back home. Y'all, these April showers, they showering. But anyway, I'm back home. I have some tofu in the air fryer. Honestly, all I did was cut up some fava bean tofu and marinated it in a little bit of coconut aminos. I popped it in the air fryer on 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. And then I chopped up some fresh veggies because I really wanted spring rolls. I wanted something fresh, something vibrant, and I had quite a bit of veggies in the fridge that I wanted to use up. So on here I have some cabbage, green onions, red bell peppers, cucumbers, and avocado. And of course we have to have a sauce. So I'm gonna put together a spicy peanut sauce, which is always so delicious, especially with these spring rolls. So let's put that together, and then the tofu should be done by then. Okay, so in here I have some peanut butter powder. I tend to use peanut butter powder because I have a lot of it and I just like the nutrition facts on it. But anyway, we have peanut butter powder. I'm also going to go in with some sriracha. This is what's going to make it spicy. And then we're gonna balance that spice out with a little bit of maple syrup. Peanut butter powder isn't sweet, so I'm okay with that amount of maple syrup. Then I'm also going to go in with some coconut aminos. I don't have any limes, but if I did, I would add that. But anyway, also gonna add some garlic powder, black pepper. Okay, and then last but not least, some warm water, and just whisk this all together. And I think I already mentioned it, but I'm making spring rolls. So that's where you take rice paper, you get it wet, and it becomes really, really soft. And I don't know how to describe it, but you'll see. But these are the rolls. So they are spring roll wrappers. You can find these in the international section at the grocery store, or you can go to your local Asian market. But yeah, this is what they look like. You just wet them. You can either dunk them in water, you can run water on them. And I'll show you what they look like once you do that, because then we're going to stuff these. Okay, so this is like what I meant when I say they get all like flimsy. Lay the rice paper down, add your cabbage, your green onions, some red bell peppers, cucumber, avocado, the tofu, and cilantro. I don't always make these the prettiest, but they always taste good, so there we go. Okay, and this next step is completely optional, but I just like to cut mine, so that's what I'm gonna do. These look so good. I love spring rolls so much. And this is how it looks. Yum, yum. These are so good, so refreshing, just really delicious. Still doing a little bit of work. I really enjoyed my tea. As far as tonight goes, I don't know if I'm cooking, only because my husband and I promised him I would go to the Mariners and Astros game with him today, so we'll probably grab food there. I know they had plant-based options the last time we went, so hopefully they have some this time. So I don't know. I'm not hungry and I don't want to force it either. I might see what I can. I'm over here looking at Sir like he got the answer for me. I'm just sitting here asleep like a little baby. But yeah, I'll probably grab something before. But we'll see. Okay, so we are indeed, oh my gosh, I'm really walking with a limp because of my toe. But anyway, we are indeed, sorry, these windows are coming up. We are indeed going to the baseball game. I changed, as you can tell, just wanted to get a little comfortable. Of course, I need a hat because the sun is out. But anyway, I'm about to make a little snack plate. I'm really excited for it because I have some goodies that I'm gonna add to this plate. So let's put it together. I do know I want half of this mango. I have some chamoy that I want to use. And this is a champagne mango, by the way. Figured I'd just cut it to look pretty cute, super cute. And I also have some blackberries that I'm gonna add on here. Then I have a cucumber. Here are the beets that I cooked up. I think I'm gonna do one golden and one purple. Then I have some plant-based cheese. I actually shared the exact plant-based cheese brand that I'm using in my March foodie favorites, so go check that video out. And then last but not least, I have some crackers that I want to enjoy with this as well. And then here's the chamoy that I'm using. It's from the brand Siete. I really liked it because the ingredients are so good. Also, only 1 gram of added sugar. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. Looks so good. This plate is so gorgeous. Everything on here is going to be so delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna have just like a piece of the cheese, a slice of the beet. That's really good. Also gonna do another slice of the cheese with maybe something sweet. So I'll do a blackberry. I'm so excited to enjoy my little snack plate. I might put another one together later this week. We will see. But this, chef's kiss. This beet though, doesn't this look so gorge? Good morning, y'all. I am having some lemon water this morning, and the lemon water is just to get the digestive system going. It was just something that I wanted to start doing. It just made me feel good. But for breakfast this morning, I batch prepped some breakfast sandwiches. This is also going to be in my prep ahead breakfast video. I'm about to pop this in the microwave, add some fixings to it, and then enjoy it. But then I need to run out the house. So I'm glad I already have some stuff prepped to make my life a little bit easier. Just taking my morning vitamins with my breakfast. Perfect. And it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day today, so I am so pumped. I'm adding down some chia seed jam. This is the chia seed jam that I'm using. You can also make this if you want. And I also have some microgreens that I'm gonna add on here too. Yum. So we have our jam, our sprouts, our plant-based patty, and our tofu egg. There's some plant-based cheese sprinkled in between here as well, but you can't really see it. And then I'm also going to have this with some fruit, so I'm gonna enjoy this with a plum. I love plums so much. And so in the video that I'm posting next week, I'll show you how I made the prep ahead breakfast that I shared in this video. Okay, so just got back from the grocery store. Well, I was out doing work at the coffee shop, and then I had my workout class, which I'm so grateful. I mean, although I messed up my toe, the first day I tried to work out, I couldn't even walk on the treadmill. That's how painful it was, you know? But I'm so grateful that I have a workout that I can do, which doesn't require me to use my toes. And I was just like, Lord, you know, I've been trying to make sure I find God's goodness in the little things. So I did my workout class and it was amazing. I actually hit a new milestone. I'm like super excited about that and just so very proud of myself. I do the rowing class, which I've been talking about in my previous videos. It works your legs, it works your arms, it works your back. And I also feel like it works these muscles. I don't know, we call these neck, I don't know. I was gonna say neck bones. Okay, anyway, but after the workout class, I decided to stop at the grocery store, but not just any grocery store. I went to my local Asian market. That's just like such a great place to shop because those stores just have so many good finds. It's also a great way to support your local stores. And yeah, so let's go through this. So I got some organic dried seaweed. Also picked up some green onions. And then I wanted to get a pineapple because one, I just really enjoy pineapple, and two, for the vitamin C, of course. I got some tofu. This is medium firm tofu. I also got some light coconut milk. Oh my gosh, is this open? My pineapple punctured my seaweed. Anyway, okay, I got some coconut milk just because I needed it. And then I still want to make my shredded carrot salad, but I want to throw some cabbage in there as well. So I just got half of a Napa cabbage. Okay, I also was like, ooh, I want to use this for some vegan scallops. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, but I need some plant-based butter. I'm gonna ask my husband to give me some. Also got some rice seasoning. This is for kake. Love this stuff so, so much. And then I got some bok choy. I got 2 oranges because they just looked really interesting and I like oranges, and so does my husband. And then the very last thing is I picked up some miso paste, which I needed some more of because I've been running through that stuff for that miso tahini dressing that I talked to y'all about. So for lunch this day, I decided that I wanted to make miso soup. So I just started out by bringing some water to a boil, and then I cut up my tofu. I went ahead and prepped my bok choy, which I just cut those little stems off, and I'm saving them for my veggie broth bag. If you don't have a vegetable broth bag where you just store leftover vegetable scraps that can be used in the broth, you need to get one. And then after prepping the veggies, the water has started to boil. So I added some of that miso paste along with some of that dried seaweed, which expanded like crazy. I also added in the bok choy and some green onions. Now I did cook my tofu a little bit, which you don't have to do that. I just cooked it with some fried kake in the air fryer for like 10 minutes. It really didn't make a difference, but I just wanted to do it. Now this by no means is a traditional miso soup. I was definitely missing a couple ingredients, I believe. However, it was still really delicious. I of course was taste testing it along the way to make sure I liked it. That is delicious. Oh my gosh. And I'm so glad I have more servings because who knows, I might get another one after this. It's so good. So this is some blueberry and basil lemonade. Y'all, it is so delicious. I made it for the week and we've just been sipping on it here and there. But oh my gosh, if you have not been making your own lemonade from scratch, this is your sign to do so. So good. Now, I know you didn't think I would rub it in your face that I made homemade lemonade and tell you that you need to make it and then just leave you hanging. Y'all, it's so easy to put together. All you need is fresh lemons, fruit of your choice. I know I mentioned blueberry, but it was actually blackberries. As I mentioned, there's also basil in here, which is completely optional, but all you do is just smash everything down and add your sweet of choice. I've done this with organic cane sugar, stevia, and this time I decided to use maple syrup just to see how I would like it. But yeah, this will last you in the fridge for about a week, and I would recommend straining out the fruits and herbs if you use them after a few days so that they don't get slimy in the water. But yeah, that is how I made this blackberry lemonade, and it was so delicious. Dinner was also really delicious. We're making an arugula pesto-ish type of sauce, and this is essentially my kale cashew pesto recipe, but with a few tweaks to it. So instead of kale and basil, I just used arugula because I had a lot of it. Normally I would add cashew butter, but I didn't have any, so I just substituted that for tahini, which surprisingly worked well. I also added nutritional yeast, salt and black pepper, apple cider vinegar, but lemon juice works well too. Added water and garlic. I like to blend everything first, taste and adjust as needed, and then add a neutral flavor oil, which for me was avocado oil, and I'm using this pesto to go on top of this gorgeous and delicious Japanese sweet potato. I had cooked these and froze them for the week, and to reheat them, I just put them back in the oven on 400 degrees until they were tender, and I topped this with some plant-based crumbles, which, oh my gosh, y'all, I found out how to make a copycat version of my go-to plant-based crumble brand sold at stores. Let me know if you want the details on that, and I'll include it in a future video. I also topped it with some roasted beets because me and beets are having a moment right now. I know some of y'all probably turned your nose up like, girl, what? But I'm telling you, this is 10 out of 10. I also added some peppers and the arugula pesto that we put together. This is my second time making this, and it tastes just as delicious. So much so, I might meal prep this again next week because it's just that good. Good morning. Today is Thursday, and y'all, yesterday I got 14,000 steps in, which ideally is good, but I need to get off of my feet as much as possible. A friend and I are going to this tennis event this weekend, and I want to be healed so I can play. If you're new here, I used to play and take tennis lessons about 1.5 years ago, but when we moved, that fell off because it was really hard to find a place. 2, it's really rainy where I live, so it's hard to get outside and play tennis. Anyway, for breakfast this morning, I have a tofu scramble, but the tofu has been marinating in some soy milk in my tofu scramble seasoning blend. I have made that blend in the tofu scramble so many times. I did not want to be redundant, but I'm just gonna cook up the tofu scramble with this red onion and then some of the bok choy that I picked up yesterday, and I'm gonna enjoy that with some cauliflower hash browns, and that's gonna be breakfast. And I'm gonna sit down and be productive and do my work because I need to, and then also rest. These are so good. I really want to try to figure out how I can make them myself from scratch. And typically when I would make these, I would spray oil on them, but I realized you don't even need to spray them with oil. They still get crispy as long as you leave them in there on 400 degrees for 20 minutes. See, I told you they get just as crispy. And then in here, I have some pickled beets that I prepped. I'm going to enjoy these on the side as well. Just gonna add a couple of those. All right, here it is. So yum. I'm so excited. Anytime I get a chance to enjoy tofu scramble, I'm just really happy about it. Yum. Love beets so much, if you cannot tell. Okay, so it's a little bit later and I wanted to make a tea. So let's go ahead and put one together. And I have 3 ingredients for this. These are just rose petals that I blended. I also have some rose hips, and I'll put on the screen what the benefit of each one is for. And then I also have some dandelion root, which is going to help aid in digestion. This is really a digestion supporting tea blend. Also helps with reducing inflammation in the body. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm actually going to make a couple servings of this. It smells so good. And I'm just gonna let this steep while I do some work. Okay, y'all, it is time for lunch, and I have been wanting to make this salad since the beginning of the week, and it's a raw carrot salad. You're probably like, girl, you've been excited about a raw carrot salad. Yes, I have, because I have these gorgeous carrots, which are stuck in this water. And this one is absolutely gorgeous. Just wait until I slice into it. Yeah, I've seen people make this. I've made a carrot salad in the past. I just don't think I included it in a video, but I want to make that. I'm also gonna cut up some cabbage, which this is the cabbage that I got from the Asian market yesterday. And then I also have half of this red bell pepper. I have some of the plant-based crumbles from last night's dinner, which is what I'm gonna use as my main source of protein. And then I am gonna toss the carrot salad, or carrot, cabbage, and red bell pepper salad in a sauce. And it's gonna be my old faithful sauce, which I have been loving, which is the miso tahini. I am going to throw in a little bit of coconut aminos and sesame seed oil in that sauce just to add another layer of flavor. I'll probably top this with some fresh herbs, and maybe that's it. I'm not 100% sure just yet, but I'm excited for this because I have been wanting to make this. I just know it's gonna be so good. Totally unrelated to food, but while I put this together, I'm putting on The Residents, which is the Shonda Rhimes new show on Netflix. Anything Shonda Rhimes touches is golden. Let me know if you've seen The Residents. Don't spoil anything, but let me know what you thought about it. If it was a good show. I saw really good reviews, so that's the reason why I wanted to put it on, especially while I'm just over here shredding carrots. I have to admit, I will buy a new vegetable that I haven't tried before or seen before just because it looks cool. And I mean, carrots aren't new to me, but these are so gorgeous, I could not pass them up. You know what? Last year, I posted a video where I was talking about how I prayed to God and asked him to change the desire to my taste buds to help me crave and enjoy food that was good for me. And he really did his big one, because the fact that I have been looking forward to making this salad, old me would be so confused. But anyway, for this salad, I just shredded some carrots. I thinly sliced some cabbage and a red bell pepper. Now this dressing is a new combination of ingredients. I've used them separately, but I don't think I've used them all together. I used white miso paste, some tahini, coconut aminos, sesame seed oil, chili crisp. I also added some maple syrup, some warm water, and black pepper. And then I just tossed the veggies in that dressing. This carrot and cabbage salad alone is really delicious, but when I went to enjoy this, I topped it with the rest of those plant-based crumbles from the night before, some microgreens, black and white sesame seeds, and cilantro. This is really good. I'm pleasantly surprised with how this turned out because I haven't had all of these flavors together before, but it's really delicious and it's so colorful. I would make this again. Good morning. Today is Friday and I woke up really wanting to make some juice. So I had some celery in there that I'm just gonna juice. For lunch today, my husband invited me on a little date, so we're gonna go out for lunch. But just for right now, I'm gonna enjoy some celery juice and maybe one of the prepared breakfast meals that I have in there. And I'll have my juicer linked in the description in case you wanna try it. So I decided that I want to have one of the sandwiches for breakfast. So I wrapped each one individually and just put them in this little bag in the freezer. Just open it up. So here it is. I'm just gonna pop this in the microwave and enjoy it. I'm thinking I might do a video solely dedicated to freezer-friendly meals that people can prepare, store in the freezer. You can either enjoy it that week or you can just have it to keep on hand. Let me know if that's something you would be interested in, just seeing more freezer-friendly meals. I know spring and summer is coming up, which might make this a really good idea, because if we just set aside some time on the weekend to cook up some meals, and then during the week we won't have to use the oven or the stove top as long and as often. I feel like that might be a good idea. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, friend, it's been several hours since you saw me last. I've been out and about. When I tell you I'm not acting right, I probably got like 12,000 steps today and I was supposed to be resting. But I'm about to finish the last half of my sandwich. I only ate half of it at lunch today because I wanted to just save the other half and kind of like pace myself. What I'm about to do is eat this. I'm gonna go to the studio, the Pottery studio. I think I mentioned, but I got a membership, and so I'll be going there more often to just create, and I'm really looking forward to it. But this sandwich is so good. I love a good banh mi. Y'all remember from the last what I eat in a week. Love a good banh mi sandwich. So good. Okay, I just got back and I look like I know what I'm doing, don't I? Got paint everywhere on my pants. I'm getting an apron so that I don't mess up my clothes. Although I've gotten a lot of steps in, I need to take my baby out so that he can get his steps in. My buddy, maybe he wants to go on a walk. Yeah, you want to go on a walk? And maybe get him a pup cup. You want to get a pup cup? I'm trying to debate what I want to do for dinner. I know I got those mushrooms and I said that I might do the vegan scallops using the mushrooms, but I'm also like, I don't know. I kind of want to bake something. So while I'm on this walk, I'm going to decide if I want to bake something, if I want to do the mushrooms, and we'll go from there. So I decided to make the vegan scallops. It just sounds too good to pass up on. Now, I would recommend using either king oyster mushrooms, which is what I have, or trumpet mushrooms. I like to just slice the mushrooms and then score them. This time I let them simmer in some seaweed and miso broth for about 30 minutes. And that mixture is going to help the mushrooms have that sea-like flavor, which is what we're looking for because these are inspired by scallops. Next, I transferred them to a large skillet with some melted butter, some of that seaweed, and I also used some of the liquid that the mushrooms had been simmering in. Oh yeah, and I also added some coconut aminos to the skillet as well. And I just let them cook on both sides until they've browned and the edges have kind of crisped up a little bit. And then I just served mine with a risotto-inspired broccoli rice dish, or you could also have this with pasta. But either way, it is going to be absolutely delicious, and the texture of these mushrooms is unreal. Good morning, friends. This morning I'm having a coffee, which is a surprise. Me drinking coffee, girl, what? But I made a batch of cashew and coconut milk. It is so delicious and creamy, and I figured it would go really well with coffee. And then I'm also having one of my breakfast sandwiches with some fruit on the side. I just want to say thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment letting me know, because I would love to hear from you. Please introduce yourself if you are new here and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week, which is all about prep ahead breakfast, by the way. Bye.